Hi everyone, it's Alexa, and today is going to be kind of a different video. So I'm doing a blog post where I'm talking about this planner that I'm using for 2019. I sort of mentioned it last week when I talked about how I was going to be organizing things in 2019. This is going to be a video that shows you this happy planner that I'm using. I'm doing this thing inspired by my friend Hannah from So Obsessed With, where I am Franken planning, and that sort of means taking a lot of different elements of different happy planners, or in my case, a happy planner and a happy notes, and putting them together into one planner. So the front cover that I've chosen is mermaid style because I love mermaids. And then when you flip it open, the first thing that you're going to see is the page where you can write your name, which I have not done because I have not had the time to design it the way I'd like. I also have stickers on the back cover, and they have little swatches of my zebra mild liners. There is this spread that has 2019 and 2020 months for the years spread out, and I've highlighted some of these because there are holidays or special things happening and I wanted to remember them. And then we come to the first part that I took from my actual classic happy planner. This is a monthly page where there's a quote on this side that has the divider over there that says January, and on this side you can put the special occasions, which is up here, goals over there, and these are current favorites, which I will fill in at the end of the month. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the notes section yet, but by the end of the month I'm sure I'll know. So I'm going to quickly flip through what the next page is because that is my monthly spread. I put a lot of stickers just because I love stickers. I also have different stickers for different things, like this is for birthdays, this is for, I think, like plans I've made, these are for book events, that sort of thing. I've also decided to use this lined part at the other side for a TBR. I've only checked one thing off of my TBR this month because I've been distracted apparently by all my other reads. But this is generally what I do with the monthly spreads. I also did this for February just recently, and I'm very excited about that. So my weekly layouts are basically clear blocks on the top and lined pages on the bottom. This is not always the layout for a happy planner. There are lots of different kinds, but this is the kind that works for me. So I tend to put up here my gratitude journal. It's little things that I'm grateful for or things that I am grateful for in a day. And then sometimes I'll mark special occasions with stickers down here or use stickers for other things. I tend to use the line parts from my to-do list, but I also use it to mark like what I did in a day if there's something exciting, like Into the Spider-Verse, which is on here, and quotes and stuff that I like to use. I also have a note over there for music that I've been listening to since 2019 started and that I'm obsessed with. I also have a chores list, but I had to reschedule it because I was feeling sick. It's the same thing pretty much week to week, except that the difference was in the second week, I started using the line side over here as a reading tracker. I didn't get very far for the second week, but I did do pretty well on the third week, which you're about to see. I started tracking almost every single day of my reads. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it looks like, and then when it comes to the end, we get the next month. So I'm gonna skip February because there's nothing in there just yet. And we're gonna go to the second section. This divider is from my happy notes that Hannah gave me last year. It marks the start of the bookish part of the planner. So on this page we have stats, which is where I'm gonna monitor the different stats that I wanna pay attention to this year, just to see where things are growing, where things could use a little work, that sort of thing. And then down here I have a resolutions list, which basically got covered in our video, which I will put in the description box. And then over here is my Priority TBR. I normally try to pick all 12 books at the beginning of the year, but I'm doing something a little different this year, where every single month I get to pick what comes next month because I think that will work better for my mood reading. As you can see, I really like stickers and washi tape. So this page over here is actually my reading tracker. As you can see, there's like a box up there that I color in every time I finish a book, although it's not updated because I've finished 2 more books since I last updated it. Anyway, there's a key that tells you which highlight or which color corresponds to what. There's also symbols for other things I want to remember, and I'm doing this where I can write a list of all the titles and authors for the books that I have read in a month and include my star rating. It's more for my reference than anything else, just so I have something easy at a glance to look at. Blank page for that purpose. I also have a page for Friends with Arcs and Buddy Reads. Friends with Arcs is a feature I do with my friend Rachel from Hello Chelly, and we just read arcs that we both have in common at the same time, and then when we post about it, it's also at the same time, and it has a fun question attached to the book. And then Buddy Reads are for when I'm doing Buddy Reads this year, whether it's with the unofficial paranormal book club that my friends Rachel and Kristen from Super Space Chick and DJ, who has a blog now, again, which I'm very excited about, are doing, or if it's just fun buddy reads like with any of my friends, I'm gonna list it down there. This next page was actually made by Hannah, and it is a Goodreads challenge page, and she made it for me custom because I have 150 books on my TBR, and basically I just get to cross everything off as soon as I finish reading a book, so that is fun and it works for me. Behind it, she actually did a whole page for our Picky Pledge, which is something that we've been doing together since 2015. And we have a reading challenge attached to it and different categories that we want to fulfill using our current TBRs. And this is where I'm going to write whichever books I decide that I've read that fit that category. But she also gave me like planning pages where I could think of suggestions or think of ideas for which books I wanted to read. Haven't written anything in it, as you can see. After that, I have a page that I did myself where I was gonna just track a couple of random things I wanted to make note of this year. So the classics I've read, my rereads, series I continued or started, and genres. I actually have to update this because there are a couple of things that need to be added. I used more stickers. These stickers all come from different Happy Planner packs. The next page is inspired by Kristen from Super Space Chick, and it's an events page, which also needs to be updated. Can you tell that I have not had time to update this week? It is a page that is essentially for listing whatever bookish events I get to go to or participate in, and I'm also going to make note of if I got anything at those events or if I got anything signed at those events. Next page is a book haul page. This one is going to be monthly, and I'm probably going to need more pages. This is basically where I'm going to write down whatever I acquired, whether it's for review or something I bought myself, and as you can see, I've gotten quite a lot of things in January already. There's also this tiny key here that also does the same thing as the others before it, where I have different highlighter colors for different categories, and I also have different symbols for the same thing. Next is my mini reviews page. This is where I write down my first thoughts, quick notes after I finish something. It's something I started doing in August of last year because I found it really helped me when I was trying to do what we read videos with Mackie, because then I would remember things about the books better and in more detail. And it's fun for me too to look back and see what I was thinking when I finished a book, and I tend to also write very personal notes in there, like this is what it reminded me of, or I had all the feels and stuff like that. And that's something I'll be doing every time I finish a book. The next set of pages is something that Hannah also designed, and it's basically books for review, so an ARC list. I haven't filled mine out yet. I have quite a few to add to there, but it's going to be very helpful because here it has the release date, here it has the title and author, and here, my favorite part, is read, reviewed, and posted, which is very useful for me because I like checking things off. And also designed by Hannah, she did an entire set of printed pages for me for the Read or Die challenge that we both like to do. It's basically a checklist of all the physical, Kindle, manga, classics, everything I own that's on my TBR, and I can check things off once I finish reading them. I've had the satisfaction of being able to do this now because I've read quite a few things off my TBR already, and I'm very excited about that. And then we have this blank bookshelf page, which is where I'm going to write down the same thing, basically, Read or Die books, but the physical ones. And I just want to color them in, just because it's nice and decorative. Hannah also designed that page. Next is an Instagram tracker, which is basically just so I can see how often I've posted. I try to be pretty consistent on there, but it doesn't always happen. There's also a page for brainstorming Instagram ideas. And there is also a Instagram challenge planner and an Instagram challenge calendar. So it helps you plan out in advance if you want to, join in any of the fun Instagram challenges that exist all over the community. Last but not least, there is actually a version of the end of the year survey that Jamie over at the Perpetual Page Turner usually has, and so Hannah did this entire template that you can fill in at the end of the year or during the year if you feel like it, and you can look back at when you're doing your best of posts. I needed to skip way ahead to show you this Kindle format, so this is for Kindle books. It's the same thing where it's like Read or Die titles and you can write them down and highlight them, and I just love the way it looks. And the same goes for the audiobook library. I clearly have not read any of these because I haven't checked any of them off, but let's hope that gets fixed this year. Last, but certainly not least, we have a series tracker page where I am going to be tracking all of the series that I need to continue, catch up on, finish. You know the drill. And I have some bunch of extra pages there, a couple of stickers, and then the back is decorated with random stickers that I've acquired over the years. That's basically all that is in my Happy Planner this year. I hope you guys enjoyed that really quick look into it. And if you have any questions or if you want to find out more about those pages, ask away. I will direct you in the right direction. Also, if you're interested in any of the custom pages that Hannah designed, well, you're gonna have to reach out to her, so I will have her blog linked down below. And we will see you guys for our regular video on Friday. Bye!